All right, this is Steven Molen at the No Holds Barred Show, and we're here with Dan Henderson. How's it going, man?
It's going great. Feeling good. Just excited about the HD net fights here.
Yeah, who are you cornering? Why don't you give a shout out to your man?
Christoph Szynski and Jason Mayhem Miller, and also Pete Spratt.
So you got three boys in the big game.
Yep. Be busy tomorrow.
It is going to be a busy night tomorrow. Yeah. Hopefully you'll have 3 victories, right?
Yeah, absolutely. We should come out on top. But you know, all the guys in the game nowadays are tough and dangerous. So.
Now, Christoph, is he in partnership with the IFL? Is he still with the IFL?
No, I don't think he's going to be with the IFL next year. So he's going to be fighting for HD net fights a little bit more.
All right, so he's got a four fight contract or something?
Something like that.
Okay, all right. You know, the big news is that you're going to be dropping down to 185 here in the UFC rather than 205. How do you feel about that?
I feel good. I'm excited to have that opportunity, and you know.
Were you forced on that? Because the hubbub was that you wanted to stay at 205. You felt you could stay at 205, but they kind of said, "Well, we want to give you a championship shot at 185." It
was their idea. It's pretty much.
That's pretty political of you, man.
The more I thought about it, I told them I would give it some thought. And at first, I was like, "No, I want to stay at 205." And the more I thought about it, the more excited I got about dropping down to 185. It's really an easy cut for me, so it was really a no-brainer, but I'm just stubborn, I guess.
You know, Anderson Silva's no joke. I mean, he's competition. He's like a 205er, the way he hits with his knees and his elbows and stuff like that. But the 185 division is absolutely decimated. He decimated that whole division, so it makes sense for the UFC. They're kind of desperate. They had to get somebody of your caliber down there to give him competition. I mean, and we looked at it from a perspective on our radio show. Let's see, only person, Dan Henderson. What are you going to do to neutralize that tie clinch?
I've never really had problems with the tie clinch and the knees. My style, I'm not bent over that much in there, and my Greco background, anywhere in the clinch, you know, I better be a lot better than him. So.
Yeah. Well, let's hope so. I mean, good to see you as champion at 185. Now, are they going to call it a unification belt, or they've just pretty much forgotten pride and said screw it?
I'm sure that they'll market it that way, and as they should. You know, it still has a lot of prestige behind it, owning the pride belt. So, you know.
My favorite picture of you, by the way, is with your 2 belts over your shoulder there, standing there posing. That's pretty awesome. Not many people can say that have 2. You know, not international belts. I mean, it's not like everybody can be like the IFO champion or the Art of War champion, you know, all these little tiny things. But no, you were pride champion in both, you know, light heavyweight and their terms for middleweight. So that's pretty exciting in itself.
Yeah, it was definitely an accomplishment, but I'm not done. I've set new goals in the sport, and I want to make sure I come out with this UFC belt now.
So you're being pushed. From what I understand, I've talked with some of your people. Are you a self-motivator, or are you need somebody to push you a little bit?
It's always nice to have somebody there pushing you when you don't feel like doing it, and you should be doing it. You know, that's when they come into play. But I'm pretty good with getting myself doing what I need to do. You know, my training camp will start about 8 weeks out. So as soon as that starts, I'm pretty strict.
Now, speak to Sokoju as one of your people in your gym, and he tends to bang a lot of people up on their way to their fights. Have you had to talk with him about how to tone down, or is it just pretty much just part of the game? What's up with that?
No, it's part of the game, and you know, I've been fortunate to where I haven't had any problem with him, but you know, like with my style,
it's kind of hard for him to be.
Well, he's tweaks a lot of knees and ankles with a lot of his judo trips, you know, and I'm a little bit different than most of the guys in there, so he's going to surprise a lot of people, as he did last year. He's going to, you know,
do it all over again, except in the UFC on American soil where we can actually see him.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you, Dan. I appreciate you stopping by the No Holds Barred Show, and we look forward to your next fight with Anderson Silva.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right. Take care, man.
All right.